The story is mainly about my mum meeting my father in Austria just after the World War had finished, Second World War had finished, how they met, then how they had a relationship for a year because he didn't want to come home from Austria. When he came home, they kept writing to one another, although father couldn't read or write German and my mum couldn't read or write English, so father had to go out and buy a German-English dictionary, and they wrote to each other in block capital letters so as he could read. It's what my parents told me. Yeah. I got my father's, what he told me, his memories. My mum told me her memories, and I pieced the two together, how he felt, how she felt. But I was always asking them questions from an early age of probably 7 years old.
You must have so many of these stories over the years that you've collated and brought together, and I could sit here and listen to them all day. What made you want to bring them together and put them in a book?
I didn't. I didn't want to write a book. I didn't. It was Maxine, my good friend. It was Maxine. She insisted, because she knew the story, because every time we used to go out walking or wherever we went.
So many stories. So many stories that you piece together. Would make a fantastic book.
Yeah, and I kept saying, no, I'm not a writer, I can't write a book, no. I can tell a story, and the summer started very early. Well, it was in March, April, beautiful weather, and I was bored. And I thought, what can I do? What can I do? You've done the housework, you've done everything, you know, what can I do? I thought, oh, I'll write a story. I'll write all about the romance of my mum and dad. That's as far as I'll go. I'll just write about that. In time, my husband, he ended up being the chef because I didn't have time to cook a meal because I'd be writing from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till probably 6 o'clock. Writing, and then I'd read it. No, I don't like that. Scrub all that out. Start again, write some more. And that's how it started.
Reliving all those stories that you've collated over the years, did you begin to enjoy it? Did you find yourself going, oh, I want to tell those stories?
Yes, I did. Yes, yeah. Because it was getting it all off my chest.
Which leads me very nicely on to my next question, because I won't ask you to reveal those secrets, but the title of the book is Hidden Secrets. So we were talking off camera, and there's things, as you say, that your mum kept to herself and that are revealed within the book as to why this was more complex than it first appeared. Yeah. How, I don't know if tough is the right word, but was it challenging to write that, or because it wasn't you, it was your mum, you were just sort of retelling her story?
No, it wasn't challenging. No. Because I got little ideas all the way through the book, things that seemed odd. When friends who came over from Austria to stay for a holiday with us, she'd always whisper. There was always whispers. I should have called it a whispering book. There was always whispers, and I used to think, what's she whispering to them for? What's she whispering about? And it was just to remind them to keep her secret, because they all knew the secret, and she didn't want me or my father to know anything what happened before she ever married my dad.
Maxine, you've obviously been the number one reader of this, the number one fan of it. You've been the sort of the pusher in the dark. Is that fair enough? Why do you feel so strongly about it?
We used to go walking every Sunday, and to just to pass the time of day, Monica used to tell me stories about really what's written in the book. As now, and so each Sunday you said, tell me a bit more, and so Monica used to tell me about how her mum and dad met and about her childhood, and I used to find it so interesting that I'd say, you should write this, you should write a book about this. Oh no, I'm no good at writing. No, you should write a book about this, would be a bestseller, this. You could turn this into a movie, which I really think it could be. It's been a challenge for you, but it has. It's really interesting reading. But
if Maxine hadn't have pushed me, but it would never have been a book.
And now the book's here and we can see it and it's beautifully finished and it's got your name as the author. How do you feel?
Excited now, but until it was actually printed, still kept saying it's been a waste of money, a waste of time.
No.
I know, but now it's been printed and how the publishers done it for me and everything, yeah.
The books are selling as well. Clearly
Yes.
Maxine's not your only fan.
I know.
I've sold some for you as well.
You have.
Yes.
I mean, I've been up to the bargain box where it's been sold, and this morning I said, "How's it going?" She says, "I've only got 9 left now. I'll have to order some more." I said, "Oh goodness me! Right, okay, I'll order some more for you." And she says, "Trouble is," she said, "I'm getting people coming in now asking when's the next book coming out." I said, no.
For anyone who wants to buy it or maybe is thinking about buying it, what would your message be to them and why they should go out and get it?
Well, it's an interesting story. If they like stories about people's lives, you know, it's all about. It's mainly my mum. I tried not to put too much of me in it, but there's bits of school and things like that. And with it being from this area as well, it's including Homewood, Grassmore, Bolsover. People might sort of recall certain things themselves of that area.